Now the U.S. State Department is warning people not to travel to 5 states in Mexico.
A strict do not travel alert posted to 6 additional Mexican states.
These 4 Americans abducted in broad daylight in Mexico have been found. Sadly, 2 of them are dead.
Imagine the excitement of a new destination evolving into something more. But what if these seemingly ordinary experiences held unforeseen dangers? These tourists faced unimaginable horrors due to the dangers lurking behind. Today we're going to cover some of the tourists who got tortured on camera for the world to see. Let's unravel their stories. Lisbeth Flores.
Blunt force trauma to the head on this beautiful young 23-year-old mom, likely from a rock near where her body was found. Dr. Gallagher, all of her teeth were taken out.
Lisbeth Flores, a 23-year-old mother of 2 from Brownsville, Texas, fell victim to a heinous crime that shocked both sides of the US-Mexico border. Mexican authorities have charged Braulio Martinez, a convicted child sex offender from Texas, with her brutal murder. Braulio Martinez made up a fake story, telling Lisbeth that her boyfriend got kidnapped. Lisbeth, being a caring girlfriend, believed it and thought she had to pay money to get him back. It's really sad because she trusted the story, not knowing it was all a lie. This made Lisbeth cross the border, hoping to save her boyfriend. This big lie messed up everything. Lisbeth's family and friends felt super sad when they found out. It's like they got hit with really bad news that changed their lives. Imagine feeling all happy and hopeful, and then suddenly everything goes wrong because of one mean trick. That's what happened to Lisbeth and the people who cared about her. It's just really, really sad. The aftermath of Lisbeth's tragic story is truly disturbing. Her body was found close to a construction area in Matamoros, and it was clear that something terrible had happened. The signs of violence were shocking. Part of her scalp was gone, and all of her teeth had been taken out. It's a horrifying scene that's hard to imagine. What makes it even worse is that the authorities believe this awful crime was driven by robbery. Lisbeth, who already went through so much because of a deceptive plot, became a victim of a violent act fueled by greed. The brutality of the situation is heart-wrenching, adding another layer of pain to an already devastating story. The person responsible for Lisbeth's tragic end, Braulio Martinez, was caught by the authorities on August 18th, just 1 week after Lisbeth lost her life. The Tamaulipas State Prosecutor's Office took action and officially accused him of the crime. They decided he needed to stay in custody while they looked into what happened. To make sure everything is done properly, a judge gave the prosecution up to 6 months to get ready for the trial. This means they have some time to gather all the information they need to make sure justice is served in Lisbeth's case. It's an important step in holding Martinez accountable for the pain and suffering he caused. Lisbeth's grieving family is grappling with the aftermath of this senseless act. Carmen, Lisbeth's sister, revealed on social media that Martinez had contacted her, feigning ignorance about Lisbeth's whereabouts. The family is determined to see justice served for the unimaginable pain inflicted upon them. Kyle Mackenzie. Now, let's recount the unfortunate story of Kyle Mackenzie, a 34-year-old British solo hiker whose extended holiday in Colombia took a tragic and violent turn. Today, we delve into the details surrounding his untimely demise, shedding light on the dangers faced by travelers in unfamiliar territories. Kyle Mackenzie, a native of Kent, had extended his holiday in Colombia, planning to spend an additional 2 months exploring the vibrant city of Medellin. However, this adventurous journey took a dark and unexpected twist as he became the victim of a mugging gone horribly wrong. According to local reports, Kyle met a tragic end during a walk in Cerro de las Tres Cruces. Last seen alive on February 27th, he was discovered 2 days later in a severely injured state, bleeding profusely and shouting for help in English. The Colombian police found him with injuries to his head and body. Kyle, who had planned to enjoy the beauty of Colombia, was robbed and beaten by 3 assailants, who callously abandoned him in a ravine. The attackers reportedly used a pistol to strike him over the head. Despite being rushed to Medellin's General Hospital, Kyle succumbed to his injuries later that day. While no arrests have been made, Colombian Metropolitan Police Commander Colonel Henry Yesid Bello assured the public that evidence pointing to those responsible for the horrific attack has already been obtained. The search for justice continues as authorities work to bring Kyle's attackers to account for their senseless actions. Kyle Mackenzie's tragic fate adds to a concerning trend, as he becomes the first tourist reported killed in Medellin in 2023. The incident raises questions about the safety of travelers in the region, especially given the 10 foreign nationals reported killed in the city in the previous year. Patrick Braxton Andrew. Patrick Braxton Andrew, affectionately known as Pato or Duck, was a Spanish teacher from North Carolina with a passion for exploring Latin America. His journey led him to the stunning Copper Canyon in Chihuahua, a place that would become the backdrop for a chilling encounter with the Sinaloa drug cartel. Patrick, on a hiking adventure in the Tarahumara mountain region, vanished on October 28th, just 2 days after arriving in the mountain village of Urique. Authorities later revealed that he had encountered members of a Sinaloa cartel drug trafficking cell, allegedly led by Jose Noriel Portillo Gil, also known as El Chueco, or the Crooked One. Reports suggest that Patrick might have been mistaken for a U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration agent, escalating the situation. The Chihuahua governor, Javier Corral, dismissed rumors that Patrick was seeking drugs, emphasizing that he was an innocent person whose path tragically crossed with criminals. An autopsy confirmed that Patrick died from a gunshot wound to the head. Despite a massive search involving over 100 police officers and cadets, his body was discovered on November 17th near Guapalena, after being initially buried by his assailants. The alleged ringleader, Jose Noriel Portillo Gil, is currently at large, with authorities actively pursuing him. Governor Corral assured that justice will be served, stating, "He will pay dearly for what he has done." Patrick's alma mater, Davidson College, and his local community rallied in support during his disappearance, tying yellow ribbons in hope. However, the devastating news prompted an outpouring of grief on social media, with the realization that Patrick's journey had ended far too soon. Paul Nguyen. The dark side of online dating, we turn our attention to the tragic story of Paul Nguyen, a California-based logistics consultant who met an untimely end after a Tinder date in the Colombian city of Medellin. Today, we explore the details of this horrifying incident and the ripple effects it has had on the safety concerns surrounding dating apps. Attracted by Medellin's vibrant nightlife and its appeal to digital nomads, 27-year-old Paul Nguyen embarked on a vacation to Colombia with plans for sightseeing, soaking in the vibes, and attending a Bad Bunny concert. Little did he know that a Tinder date would lead to a nightmarish sequence of events. Paul, seeking companionship, matched with Evelyn Henao Herrera on Tinder. They agreed to meet in the affluent El Poblado neighborhood for what was meant to be a simple date. However, Paul's life took a tragic turn as he was found dead the next morning, his body abandoned near a dumpster in a different part of the city. Colombian authorities announced the arrest of Evelyn Henao Herrera, along with 2 alleged male accomplices, revealing their involvement in a gang dedicated to robberies orchestrated through dating apps. This form of scam, where victims are lured into meetings, drugged and robbed, has become disturbingly prevalent, targeting foreigners and wealthy locals alike. Paul Nguyen's case sheds light on a broader issue of Tinder-related robberies that have occurred worldwide, particularly in Latin America. The ease with which synthetic drugs can be obtained and the rise of dating apps like Tinder have provided a platform for criminals to exploit unsuspecting individuals, leading to a concerning number of victims. In response to these incidents, Tinder expressed condolences and emphasized its commitment to member safety. While the dating app did not specify the extent of its association with such crimes, it pledged to cooperate with local law enforcement to support investigations. The arrest of those involved in Paul's case offers a glimmer of justice, but concerns persist about the safety of individuals using dating apps. At least 41 drug-related robbery victims have been reported in Medellin in 2023 alone, raising questions about the effectiveness of safety measures in place. As we conclude today's journey, we urge you to reflect on the stories we've shared and consider the precautions you can take to stay safe during your travels and online interactions. Remember to prioritize your well-being, stay vigilant, and trust your instincts. If you find this video interesting, kindly give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, stay safe and explore responsibly.